craziest meals ever eaten on my 600-pound life. This is a very American video we're about to watch, okay? Prepare yourselves. It's going to get disgusting.
The patients on My 600-Pound Life eat some of the craziest meals ever seen on TV. And in this video, we're going to break down the most insane, looking at the calories, cost, and more. Starting with James.
We might see my homegirl in this video. I don't know yet. Alright, she might make a cameo. No promises.
The man who is addicted to getting food deliveries. James's story was in season 10 of the show, and he weighs in at a staggering 625 pounds, which won't come as a surprise when you see what he orders in for his breakfast. Obviously, I'm not American, but from the order he places, it sounds like he's ordering from IHOP, and he shares how excited he gets when he orders food.
The amount of stuff that you could get is just crazy, so I get excited. It's like the
This is a guy, right?
Super Bowl. You can get whatever you want now, you understand?
He lists off his massive order of food, which is just an insane amount for an entire family, let alone one man. Some of these items have been removed from the IHOP menu, so we'll be going with the closest item currently on their menu.
Alright, can I get the 2 slices of Steakhouse Premium Pancake? Can I get the Game Day Family Feast? Can I get the original French toast?
His first order of Steakhouse Premium Pancakes consists
The Game Day Family Feast, nigga, yeah.
of 2 pancakes with smoked bacon pieces and caramel sauce, and he orders 2 of these. He then adds a Game Day Family Feast, which consists of 8 pancakes, 8 bacon strips, 4 servings of scrambled eggs, hash browns, and 8 sausage links. And he isn't done yet. He orders some original French toast and finally 2 slices of ham. In total, this mammoth breakfast comes to $84 and around 7,500 calories.
Nigga, that's my entire diet for a week eaten in just one sitting. When does it get too much? When does it go too far? When do you stop? Do you just keep going? Do you just not care no more? You just say, fuck it, I'm already too big. I might as well keep going. I'm about to die anyway. And how is he making the money? What job is paying him to live off this amount of food per day?
And
This is just probably his breakfast.
Hasn't even brushed his teeth yet. It seems hard to believe that it totals this many calories,
Damn.
but seeing the amount of food on the table in front of him shows the reality of the situation.
These people have to have high-paying jobs, because there's no way y'all can afford all this daily. You know they eating this shit daily. This is not once a week type of thing. This nigga eat this shit daily. He knew exactly what he
The
wanted.
most shocking part about this
I'm
is that
chatting,
he
but
actually
still.
finishes every single item he orders and still wants more.
So, when breakfast is over, then I'm already thinking about lunch. I do get full, but it's temporary. Then I'm already back on the phone, looking at what I'm gonna get for lunch.
Now, obviously, James needs to change his eating
This is
habits
sad.
quickly if he wants to lose weight. In my newsletter, The Fat Loss Kitchen could be the key for him and anyone else looking to lose weight while not eating boring meals. Every single Friday, I will send you a recipe for one of these homemade, diet-friendly meals, all completely free. All you have to do is visit the link in my description or visit fatlosskitchen.com to get started. And James isn't the only
Hell promo.
patient with a big appetite for
joking.
breakfast, as Dolly, who appeared in the same season, shocked viewers with the sheer amount of eggs she uses every single day. Dolly
I don't know if I can like joke around and like make fun of them. This is sad.
Martinez is someone my subscribers already know all about, as I've just released a video calling her the most immature patient ever on the show, and for good reason, after she moved into a drug den to avoid Dr. Now. But her diet is somehow even more shocking than that. She lives with her best friend Cheyenne, who, to be honest, could also be a star on the show.
Is that the 2 sisters? That was like, oh, I pay my bills. My bills are paid. Try being my size, Amy. Did I get the accent down right? This probably not them. I'm probably
means that they both indulge each other's bad habits. So when Dolly asks for 15 eggs for breakfast, Cheyenne didn't bat an eyelid. Obviously, egg prices are insane at the moment in America, with a dozen eggs costing around $5.50.
I don't know why the audio changes every time I change the video. Like, can you just keep it to the same audio I had per video? Fuck, you make me do more work. I'm not a working nigga. I'm trying to be lazy.
So on
Anyways,
average, the amount of
is
eggs
audio
alone
good?
probably cost her $7. To make matters worse, a single egg has around 70 calories in, and not even taking into account the oil she used for cooking, this is around 1,100 calories worth of egg, and she doesn't stop.
Damn, you don't even stand up to cook your ass. Your big ass just sitting down and doing it from right there. Yo, I can't even see over the pan.
There, adding
the
as
fuck?
much cheese as she could physically hold into her eggs. Obviously, there's no exact number here as she just gets a fistful, but let's be generous and say that that's 500 grams of cheddar cheese, which would be yet another 2,000 calories, bringing breakfast to 3,100 calories. It should come at no surprise then that when she's finally weighed, the scales show a staggering number.
Step down. We're gonna be going to room 5.
Can't
How
be
did
that
that
bad.
happen? It's actually a lot more than I thought I was going to see.
It can't be that
There's
bad,
no
bro.
way I
How
can.
how big can a
So
human
that
actually
makes
get?
no sense. That's impossible unless my skill at home must be wrong.
Somehow Dolly thinks that her diet couldn't have brought her
She broke her scale at home.
to that weight, and Dr. Now was quick to explain how dangerous her situation had become.
All right, so you are 593 pounds and you're 5'2",
Yes, sir.
so your BMI is 108. So that's a very high BMI. And your body is under a lot of strain because of that.
And just like Dolly, Maya's body was under a lot of strain too, caused by her addiction to fast food drive-thrus. Maya appeared in season 7 of the show and started her episode weighing over 600 pounds, and it's not hard to see how she got there. Because she's so large, despite being able to walk around and bathe herself, her boyfriend Christian needs to do pretty much everything else for her. This
That boy got a second job. First of all, second, how does she use the bathroom? When you sit on the toilet, is it not like creaking and like almost about 600 pounds? Nigga. How would that affect my life? Well, for one, the bathroom
It's
thing.
her attitude.
The bathroom thing is one. Fitting in a car. When you sit in a car, that bit turns to a low rider. You dragging across the floor, the road. You scraping on the ground. You creating sparks. What? If you're wide and you're not going through any door. Oh my god.
Even more
I'm
frustrating,
baffled.
as she lies to her boyfriend about where she goes during the day.
He doesn't know when I go to get food because I get dressed to go out and I tell him it's for errands. But it's a lie because
Oh,
the
she
only
goes
thing
outside.
I'm going to do is eat.
Maya lies to her boyfriend so she
you-
doesn't feel judged and embarrassed about
Who would've
going
guessed?
to multiple drive
Who would've guessed?
This may sound obvious, but I think it's quite clear that Christian knows she goes to the drive-thrus and just wants to keep the peace. In the car to the drive-thrus, Maya admits that sometimes she will go to
What?
4 places in a row, which is more than most people will go to in an entire month.
Can the seatbelt like fit around her? What?
Alone in a single morning.
You don't even need a seatbelt. What? You're not flying through any window.
First stop is McDonald's, and her order is
You're not
mammoth,
flying
to
through that
say the
window.
least.
Can I get 2 sausage burritos, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a sausage muffin with egg?
So, with her order of 2 sausage burritos, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a sausage and egg muffin, this brings her calories to start her morning to around 1,200 and costs around $15. But this wasn't enough, and Maya isn't full yet.
There's no words for that feeling when you taste something you love. It's incredible, but it feels like that meal is gone in a second.
Is she gonna spin
So I
back?
move on to the next things I'm craving.
Yo, I know they meet their quota every single time. It's not funny, it's sad. But she's supplying them with so much money. What the
She pulls up to the Arby's drive-thru and puts through another massive order.
Can I get a beef
Arby's?
and cheddar sandwich, jalapeno roast beef slider, and your ultimate BLT sandwich?
A cheddar
Arby's.
sandwich, a jalapeno roast beef slider, and an ultimate BLT sandwich, which by far has the most calories
I swear Arby's had to be made by some British person that tried to copy Americans. There's no way this is a real fast food
of
place.
any of her meals this morning. All confirmed, she digs in yet again. She decides to enter a spree of drive-thrus here and finishes her morning having eaten 2,679 calories and having spent $31, which is probably enough to feed 2 or 3 people. I'm going to make a full video on Maya, as her addiction to food was so strong and her relationship with her family was made extremely difficult because of that. So make sure you listen to Dr. Now and subscribe to my channel.
I encourage everybody to subscribe to the Greg's YouTube channel and enjoy the videos.
Now, although Maya hid her food addiction, Bethany was much more brazen about hers, as she has
She don't
her
look that
children
big.
bring her a
She-
ridiculous amount of fast food to binge on.
She looks
Bethany's
pretty
episode
normal
starts with
size.
her saying she hates her life, and she's in constant misery. At 40 years old and over 600 pounds, she needs her 10-year-old daughter to help her get ready for the day. She has another 18-year-old daughter that does cook for her, and she does start by cooking her mother a breakfast of 3 eggs and some toast. This is just a normal breakfast and obviously isn't too crazy. However, Bethany gets hungry during the making of this breakfast, so has a muffin and a bun and a packet of what looks like crackers before she has her breakfast. This is pretty tame as far as 600-pound life breakfasts go though, and the real shocking meal comes later into her episode as she orders a pizza feast all for herself. When her daughters arrive home from school, they order a meal consisting of 2 pizzas and a massive box of multiple slices of garlic bread. I try to find a specific restaurant, but not being from America and my knowledge of the fast food chains over there being limited, we have to make some assumptions here. So it looks like 2 large mushroom and pepper pizzas, which would have around 3,000 to 4,000 calories in total. But what really takes the cake is the massive box of cheesy garlic bread she orders for basically all herself.
That's when food became this thing in life.
I didn't even know they sold garlic bread in like boxes. What is this? They sell this? I've never seen this before.
Like it is now, where I have to have it.
At my count, there's
You big
15
bitch.
slices there, and at
What?
minimum 350 calories per slice, that totals up to 5,250 calories just on garlic bread. She does give a couple of slices of
No, garlic bread is not that much calories. There's no way. Oh my god, I'm a fat ass.
pizza and a slice of garlic
She has like what, 1 slice, maybe 2, plus 1 garlic bread. Bitch, you get the whole, you get half the box and half the. Oh my god.
bread to her daughters, but not too much.
And look at her eyeing her plate.
And it look
You gonna finish that? If you don't finish it, you know you can always give it to me. Give it over to mama. Yeah, if you don't finish it, we don't waste food around here. Come on now, bro.
8,000
Terrible camera
calories
angle.
in this
You might want to see all that.
She does leave the crusts though, so maybe she saved some calories there.
The only thing that could help me escape it was food. So I was just eating my way through life at that time and gaining. So I put on another 100 pounds after that and got up to the 400.
You know how big you gotta be to start looking at your food while eating. Like you're.
life at that time and gaining. So I put on another 100
Look at her. Trying to analyze the topping. That's some fat people shit.
pounds after that and got up to the 400.
When I eat, I'm just eating the food. Yes, I'm looking at it to make sure I'm eating what I'm eating and there's no roach in my shit or whatever. I'm not looking. And I'm not looking constantly at the,
Hundreds. By the
analyzing
time
and-
I was 15.
Now, like Maya before Bethany, Karina also
Oh
tries
my
to hide her
God.
food habit, but in a very different way. Featuring in season 6 of the show, and much like the other stars, her first thought every morning is that she survived the night. Her following thought is wondering what she's going to have for breakfast, which is the sad reality of living with a deep food addiction. She lives with her parents, and the only time she leaves the house is to the grocery store with them, while being carried in the back of their people carrier. But she only does this so she knows her parents are going to buy what she wants from the store.
My parents have to drive me, and I sit in the back of the van on the floor. So they literally had to fold the seats in the van down, put a blanket on the floor.
As she's wheeled around the store, her parents do not question
Yeah,
anything she wants. Ice cream,
nigga.
chips, cakes, and more, with nothing being off limits. Even though her parents don't question her meals and know she eats a massive amount of food, she still attempts to hide her addiction. When her parents leave for the evening and go to dinner, Karina allows her to
Was she reading a
hide her
PS5?
addiction. When her parents leave for the evening,
Is she reading a PS? What is this? Oh, that's a book. This is folded backwards. Okay. I thought she was reading a whole console. What the fuck?
and go to dinner, Karina allows herself to order even more food.
I have 2 medium
Oh, that's an iPad. She was ordering. Oh my god. Oh my god. This bitch is huge.
pizzas with pepperoni and sausage, 1 order of cheese sticks, 24 honey chipotle wings, and the double
2,400 Chipotle wings. Bro, she's so big. The food clogging her throat. What
chocolate
the
chip
fuck?
brownie.
Delivery or carry out?
This will be for delivery. Thank you.
Oh, she has space in between her teeth.
When the food arrives and is laid out on the bed, Karina rubs her hands together as she looks at the mountain of food in front of her.
Bro, is my
Starting with
camera
the
frozen?
pizzas.
This some annoying ass shit. No kill. No cap. I'm not very good with numbers. I don't know how much this is. I don't know how much fat this is. I don't know how much this gives you. But I'm just going to assume that that's a big ass number.
The meal off with a brownie, with one square having 250 calories, so another 2,250 calories there, and a garlic bread, which is at minimum.
Bro, these brownies are so fucking good. These types of brownies. No, homemade. Homemade, bro. Nothing. I've yet to taste a better brownie than a homemade brownie. Literally. These factory made brownies, them cost, oh my. Don't even get me started on them nasty ass cosmic brownies. Sprinkles, terrible. Brownie texture, terrible. Flavor, terrible. Darkness, terrible. Fluffiness, terrible, nigga. Zeros across the board. Worst brownie of all time. You couldn't feed me a cosmic brownie in prison, nigga. I'm taking the bread. Give me the bread. I don't want the cosmic brownie.
So in this absolute
shit's so terrible. I'm a cosmic brownie hater to the day I die.
250 calories, which explains how her weight has ballooned to this size and has now meant that her bed needs to be held up with cinder blocks.
It makes me.
Holy shit. That's the only reaction I have. Cinder blocks. Cinder blocks.
Feel warm and good inside, if only for a short while. But I'm afraid that one day I'm just gonna need too much. I'm probably gonna die from a heart attack, or I'm gonna suffocate. But I can't.
That's
stop
what's
myself.
gonna happen.
This somehow wasn't as big as the next patient's meal though, which actually was so large it made headlines in the news. In season 11 of the show, we met Chris, whose legs are so fat that they push against each other, meaning he can barely stand up. Despite this, he can take care of himself and do most daily tasks.
He has a daughter.
Making his own breakfast.
My weight makes it challenging to cook the kind of breakfast that I want because of the weight and the fat in between my legs.
Wow.
I can't stand up straight, so they're constantly pushing apart, which makes it really uncomfortable to stand in the kitchen for a long period of time. So I actually have to sit on a cooler that I sit on when I cook.
This is the scene which made headlines and led to comments such as, "This is my food for an entire week." And honestly, it isn't an exaggeration. Now, it's pretty impossible to track the calories of this meal as he just has a pan full of bacon, another massive pan full of scrambled eggs, sausages in the oven, and of course, cheese to melt on top. Chris puts all of these ingredients into a breakfast burrito, of which he makes 12. 12 whole breakfast burritos smothered in sauce.
I make the meal with my stomach, not with my brain, so I have a really big meal, and when I start eating, as soon as I hit that first bite, I eat it all. I call it going red. I can't stop.
He doesn't even take these burritos to a table and prefers to eat them at the kitchen bench to allow him to devour them quicker. Although Chris didn't eat a healthy meal, at least he made an effort to cook his food, which can't be said about Holly, who decided on the day before her weigh-in at the doctor's office she would order a greasy Chinese meal. Now, there's not really an insane amount of food here. Well, maybe it is for the average person, but the real craziness...
Chat, this shit itch. This is itchy. This hurts. Well, it don't hurt. I'm lying. They don't hurt. But it's annoying. Literally. I have to rub it. I was told not to scratch. I don't know what happens if I scratch it. But it's peeling. Only thing I can do is just rub. Getting a tattoo is not for the weak. It wasn't even the pain that hurt. It's just the healing process that's the most annoying.
See, extremely high in fat, oil, and salt.
Since we just moved in, we're not really set up to cook. So we're ordering delivery from places around here a lot until we can get some pots and pans and stuff to cook with. But Ray said he's gonna look for a job tomorrow and he'll get all that while he's out and we can start prepping healthy meals.
Holly uses the excuse that she's just moved into her home and she can't afford pots and pans. But looking at the size of her Chinese order, surely that could have been swapped for something healthy and bought some pans to cook with. So she has a massive Chinese meal on the night, knowing full well in the morning she's going for her weigh-in with the doctor, in which she has a goal to lose 50 pounds, and that goes about as well as you're expecting.
I'm really upset and I don't understand why my progress isn't that good. So I'm shocked and I'm really upset and I don't understand why my progress isn't that good. So I'm shocked and confused and nervous to hear what Dr. Now is gonna say.
She doesn't lose as much weight as Dr. Now was expecting, which caused him to question why she values food and chocolate over living. This led to one of his angriest moments, and if you want to see the rest of Dr. Now's angriest moments, click the video that's on your screen now.
Dr. Now? Is that his last name, deadass? Oh wait, the video isn't even over. Oh yes it is. Anyways, W video Big Craig. At least you didn't try to caress me at the end of it.